Hey everyone, welcome back to Simply Blessed Crafts. I'm so happy you're here. So this one's gonna be kind of a montage of a bunch of my past fall videos for you guys to watch just to get us started into this new season. So they're not gonna be lined up. There's gonna be some that, I mean, they'll go in order, most of it, but there's like a couple videos, so it'll, yeah. You get the general idea. Anyway, enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. And I hope you enjoy this. DIY number 1. I know it's a day early, but I am excited because I actually get to go to a haunted house this weekend. It's one of my favorite things to do around this time of year. So anyway, this little basket I got for $1 at a thrift store. I am just going over it with a little bit of antique wax and a baby wipe. I really didn't like the color of it, and it kind of had like a weird shine to it. So I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a darker color and to try to get rid of that shine. I kind of like the color now, so it works. Then I grabbed some floral foam. I just cut down a little bit of it, and I stuck in enough to fit up the basket. And then I kind of set that aside. And I grab one of these little pumpkins. Now these came from the Dollar Tree last year. I have so much stuff in my stash still, you guys. I thought I was going to actually get a big chunk out of some of this stuff, but nope, not at all. But I decided I was going to go over it with this agave paint. These are the ones that have the little leaves engraved in them, but that was fine. I did go over 2 coats with that. And then I grabbed this little pumpkin too. I really loved the color of this, and I didn't like the gloss of it. So I decided I was going to glue this down, and then I was still kind of hem-hawing around about it if I wanted to paint it or not. I didn't like the gloss look, but I really loved the color. But I grabbed my cashew paint, and I was so surprised of how this is like the perfect color. Like, it is exactly that color. So I was really happy. I got to keep the color, and I got to get rid of the shine. I didn't do anything with the leaf. I left that the shiny. And as you can tell, we're doing a pumpkin topiary. So we didn't really need to do anything with the stem, because the stem's going to get covered up. So I had this little orange pumpkin too, and I'm just going over the orange with my pumpkin to get rid of that shine as well. And then I glue them down. Now, a couple of these projects, guys, I'm warning you in advance. I am sorry. I need to figure out another way of recording for you guys so you guys can see a better angle in some of these. Most of my projects work great until I get tall projects like this, and then they just don't seem to work so well because you guys can't see what the heck I'm doing. But this one isn't as bad. I'm just basically filling it with some of this greenery and stuff. I don't have a whole lot of fall leaves and stuff. That's one thing I am running out of. So I wanted to make sure that I could fill up this a little bit more with some of the greenery, and then add some of the flowers and stuff with it. So here I'm just grabbing some of the mums, and I'm just kind of, there's no really rhyme or reason what I'm doing here. I'm just kind of filling in where I can see the floral foam and to try to give it a little more color. But I wanted to be able to see that beautiful agave color too, so I didn't want to overfill it. So I am pushing them down quite a ways, and I'm kind of squishing the flowers, but... And that's how it turned out. I do end up then taking a few of these leaves and gluing them in. And then I grab a bag of leaves. I believe I got these from Hobby Lobby. It had to be pretty close to 2 years now. I've had these. I bought them actually for my wedding. I had 2 bags of them. So one of them I used for my wedding and the other one I still have in my stash. These leaves are so cute. They're tiny and they got the most beautiful colors. They're the oranges and deep burgundies and bright reds and stuff. And I'm just kind of filling these in around the pumpkin. I just wanted to give it a little bit more contrast. So that's kind of what I'm doing in between each pumpkin. And then I glue a couple more on top too, on top of the pumpkin. The top of the top one, I should say. Now guys, I do think that next week I am going to start my Christmas ones. Okay, DIY number 2. I probably will put in, I might actually post 2 videos. One of them, if you've been on my channel long enough, will probably be a repeat. I'm probably going to put in my Christmas in July videos that I did this summer. And then, so anyway, I will try to get out another video for you guys. It probably won't be a very long one for fall, but then I think I'm going to also maybe put out another one to start off Christmas, and then that'll be my last fall video. Anyway, I was planning on painting all 3 of these in the orange pumpkin from Waverly, but I decided I wanted one white one, so I'm showing you there that I was going to paint all 3, but I decided I was going to paint one white. So that's what I did there. It's just ivory in the Waverly. And then I'm going to take some jute twine, as you see, and I'm just kind of wrapping it around a little bit of a circle on top, just to make our stems be able to stick better to the cans. If you haven't noticed, you guys, we're making pumpkins out of cans, and this is definitely a fun one because it's a trash to treasure. The only cost I had was the jute twine and the stems, and I put in some of that berry garland that you can get from either Hobby Lobby or Dollar Tree. So this is very, very cheap. I had so much fun doing this. So here I'm just grabbing up some of these stems. And the stems, you don't even have to buy them from Dollar Tree. You can go and pick up some of those in your yard, which I'm going to have to probably do soon if I need any more for Christmas, because my Dollar Tree hasn't had them forever. So anyway, I just glue down the little stems, and then I also put in a couple of the leaves that I was working on from the last project, from one of the floral picks. But I just put one leaf on each one. These ones kind of just look like pumpkin leaves to me, so I just add one leaf to each pumpkin. And then, like I said, I grabbed some of the berry garland and I just wrap that around the pumpkin to give it its little curlicues. You can also use floral wire. I was actually trying to find my floral wire and I don't know where the heck it went to. I actually think that looks a lot better, to be honest with you, but I have made these in the past for myself, but I upgraded this one a little bit more because my stems kept coming off. If you want to do like E6000 or something, that would be totally great. But yeah, so this one I just kind of did a couple of the smaller pieces, and I put 2 of them on there to use up my scraps. And I do the same thing. But yeah, so I do have a couple of these that I didn't record that I made for myself for my wedding, but the stem's a candle that I got from Target Dollar Spot. And that's it, guys. This is a final reveal. Sorry for the mess in the background of all of this. I recorded this in my craft room, and my craft room is a total disaster right now. I actually probably need to take some time to get it cleaned up before I start in Christmas, but I don't have time for that. So, and to be able to stay up on the videos, I need to just do it and just work around it right now. And especially with dealing with the dog, I don't have time to come in here when I have to deal with her all day. So, pardon the mess, and I hope you guys enjoy these DIYs, and I promise next time we'll have animals in my next one. I kind of rushed through this so I could get it done before tomorrow, because I'm going to go to my haunted house, and I'm so excited. Here's my cute little pumpkins. I think this is my absolute favorite. I love how these turned out. You guys let me know down below and tell me which ones you like. Don't forget to subscribe and give me a like button down there. I'd greatly appreciate it, you guys, and share my video. I still want to try to get my goal to 1,000 subscribers by the end of this year. So I only got a couple more months yet, and I greatly appreciate all of your guys' support. I love you all, and have a great weekend. I know I will. Bye. Mwah. One. So this one, guys, is kind of a longer DIY, but I'm going to start out with 7 pumpkins. This one I'm painting in moss. This is the only one I paint in moss, by the way. And then I have 2 of them that I'm going to paint in white. You will see both of them, sadly. I do have 2 pumpkins that are already painted in this DIY. I actually tried doing this project last year, but I didn't get it out, or I didn't get it recorded before everybody switched over to Christmas, so it just kind of got put on hold. But I wanted to do this for you guys, and I do 2 coats on each pumpkin also. And this one I'm painting in the pumpkin orange. I do 2 in the orange color as well. I have one that's already previously painted. And then I'll have 2 of them in this agave blue as well. Now I'm gonna take this little pot, or this little planter, and paint it in an acrylic paint. It's actually called Barn Red, but I just like the deep kind of burgundy color, and that's why they did it with this. I figured it would go good with the fall theme. I only do 1 coat on this. And then I just set it aside for now, and I'm actually going to start gluing my pumpkins together. So I do it in kind of a pattern. So I do the blue and the white, and then I'll do orange, And then the next color that I'll do is that moss green. The moss green is that's the only one that I have that's moss green. So that one's actually going to be right smack in the middle. And then I'll go to my next one will be the other white pumpkin. And then the orange, and then the blue on top. I do want to mention that this was very, very hard to do with it being as tall as it was, so bear with me. And then I decided that I wanted to give it a little more pizzazz and character, and I wanted to make it look a little more rustic and like they were dirty and that I picked them outside. So I went in with some antique wax and I just went into all the little crevices, and then I grabbed a wet wipe and just basically wiped it off and kind of smeared it into the other paint to make it look like they were a little dirty. I did that for all the pumpkins. And then I grabbed some of these leaves. So I've gotten a couple of packs of these, and they actually came from Amazon. I got them to decorate some stuff for my fall wedding from last year, but you can use any picks from Walmart or from Dollar Tree or anything like that. They even sell packages at Dollar Tree with some of these leaves. They ain't as realistic looking all the time. Some of them are a little plain, and I basically just alternate and go through the whole stack of these and do this. And that's how it looks with all the leaves. Now, I went on my Cricut Joy and I printed out a bunch of letters. I'm basically doing a welcome sign, so I spelt out welcome. I do highly recommend putting these letters on before you put the leaves on. It'd make it a lot easier. The first one isn't so bad because they're up kind of way up a ways, but as you get down on these pumpkins a little bit more, it is kind of a pain, and you'll probably be able to line them up a lot better than I did. And also, guys, if you don't have a Cricut, you can always use the Dollar Tree stickers. I don't have any of those on hand. Or you can handwrite this. You can use stencils. I mean, it's sky's the limit, guys. You do you. probably should have cut more of this out. I'm sorry about that. My editing skills definitely need some work. Now it's time to glue our pumpkins into our little bucket. I got the inspiration to do this off of Pinterest. I do think that they used bigger pumpkins. They might have used like the trick-or-treating jack-o'-lantern buckets or something and flipped them around, because theirs was a lot bigger, and they also used a lot more leaves, and they also did theirs with lights. I actually do prefer their rendition than mine, but it works out, and mine I can guarantee was a lot cheaper. So DIY number 2. So here I'm just taking a sign. I got this from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just giving it a very rough coat of Waverly paint in ivory. I did like some of the wood grain showing through it and stuff, so it's a very rough coat. Alright, now once that's dry, I go in with a one of these pumpkins. It's actually a garland that I got from Walmart. And I then go in with some red jute twine and make a little bit of a finger bow. Tie that off on a knot. And then just glue that right down to the top. I just wanted to cover up those little holes that were on the pumpkin. And then I decided that I wanted a little more contrast in the back, so I grabbed a piece of this ribbon and I just trimmed down the ends. I kind of wanted to make it look like burlap in a way. I don't have any thin burlap right now. I need to actually pick some more up. It's one thing that I'm out of. But this worked. I basically did that, and then I grabbed out a few threads to make it look a little more rustic. I wanted it to look frayed. So as you see, it is kind of a frayed look, which is exactly what I wanted. I probably zoomed in a little too much, but I just basically cut down the ends and then glue that burlap right down, or the ribbon right down to the back. And then I'll grab my pumpkin and I'm going to center it. And then I decided that it needed a couple of buttons right down the middle of that little bow. So I grabbed this one and a little green one. And I liked how that looked, so I glued them down. Then I grabbed one of these Hello Autumn signs. They come in a pack of, gosh, I don't even know how many, guys. But they come in a pack from Walmart or from Dollar Tree. They have a bunch of them. They have like Hello Fall and Welcome, all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure. I got them from last year, and I just grabbed out this one. I was debating on whether to do this one or the Hello Fall, but I liked this one better. I decided to glue it down on the side there. I also went in with that same barn red to paint it. You saw me paint it, but I forgot to tell you what it was. And then with the little leftover of antique wax from my other previous project, I just kind of dusted it with a little bit of that antique wax to give it a little dirty look. And then I got these little flowers. They're like little paper flowers. I got them from Hobby Lobby. Everything at Hobby Lobby right now is 40% off in their fall section. And these were like $2.99. So $1 or something. DIY number 3. Now this is a faux cutting board that I got from Target Dollar Spot. And these bags I got from Hobby Lobby. This was from last year. I don't know if they have them again this year, but I really liked the little red truck and the barn and everything in the back, so I actually think I picked these up for my wedding. Like, I wanted to use these as treat bags or something, and I never actually used them. But I decided I was going to trace it out and use that as the background of this little board. So here I'm just tracing it, and then I cut it out. And then I grab my glue stick and I just coat the back of this, or the front of this cutting board with a good generous hot glue, and I stick it down. And then I grab one of the emery boards and I just sand down the edges. A nice clean, smooth look. And then I grab a piece of ribbon. I actually believe I got this from Hobby Lobby too, but this was from last year. And I believe it was in their Christmas section, but I thought the burgundy would work really good for the fall section. Fall season, if I can talk. And then I kind of folded the ends down like a little present. In a way, I tucked it and kind of folded it down. And then I glued down in front a little bit, which I kind of liked having the background. You don't really see that I glued it down, which I enjoy. I think it's because of the contrast of the back of that bag, but I basically just do the same thing to this end here. I just fold it down like a little present. And then I got these 2 sunflowers. It was a bag of sunflowers, but I believe I got these from Hobby Lobby last year as well. And then I grabbed one of my solo wood flowers. I was kind of playing with them to see which one I really liked. I didn't want that other one. He was sticking up way too high, but this one I thought looked way better anyway, so it turned out. And then I just glued down my little flowers. And that's it. Number 4, DIY number 4. This one I don't know if it's really even considered a DIY, but I went with it. I got this at a garage sale last year, or not this summer, and I don't know, I got it for like $2. I really enjoyed this. I thought it was so pretty. So I grabbed a few pumpkins. The first one that I put in was from Dollar Tree. The other one with the little stake that I put in before then putting this one in came from Hobby Lobby, and I believe the burlap one came from Michael's from last year. So then I decided I was going to put this little ring in there. I believe I got this from a thrift store a while back. I mean, I've had it in my stash forever. And I just thought that it would give it a little... I wanted to put some florals in it anyway, but I thought this just worked so well. But it still had some spots, so I decided I was going to use a little bit of some picks. And I just kind of stuck little things down that I thought looked nice. The pick that I had actually had one of the little white pumpkins, and I was like, you know what? Might as well add that in there too. And then I added that beautiful little flower. And then my little white pumpkin was missing a stem, so I just grabbed a piece of stick and stuck it in. And that's it, guys, the final reveal. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys stick around and subscribe and like this video if you really enjoyed it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Why number 1. So here, guys, I got this little pumpkin from Dollar General. This was from last year. And I'm just taking off the raffia bowl and trying to pry off the little W there. I eventually get my heat gun out and basically just heat up around it to kind of get the glue to loosen. I'm not worried about breaking the W, just because I won't be using it, but and I did put some wood filler on the other 2 pumpkins that I have laying there. I did that off camera, so now I'm just sanding that down. Man, I should have cut this out. Right now I'm just finding some scrapbook paper that I really like. I do grab out this thing of paper that I got from Michael's last year. This one I'm just gonna cut right out of the book so I don't have to tear out the entire piece, but so now I'm just gonna go and trace the designs out that I want on my pumpkins with a pencil. And then I cut it out. I basically do this for all the pumpkins. I mean, I'm doing it to the little one now. And then I did that one for the middle-sized one. So then I go in with a glue stick and I just glue down all of my pumpkins. Make sure you get all the edges and stuff. You can use Mod Podge for this as well, but I always thought the glue stick worked better. You know, get as many wrinkles. I do go along the edges then with my sanding block and straighten up all of those, all the excess. This is probably my favorite project, to be honest with you guys, and I'm not sure why. So then I take this other little pumpkin and glue down this piece. I really liked the leaves. I love the colors in the background, but I really liked the leaves and the saying on it, so I wanted to incorporate that into this DIY. Now, I didn't do this, but I recommend painting the stem before you glue it down, or wrap it with twine, or whatever you want to do. For some reason, I already had the glue on and was sticking it down when I was like, oh shoot, I didn't glue down, or I didn't do nothing with the stem. So, I don't know why I was thinking that, but yeah. So then I grabbed a, it's just a plank from Dollar Tree. Can't spit it out, but yeah, I've gotten several of these from Dollar Tree. So if you can't find stuff like this, you can always get spare wood from any place. You can also use tumbling blocks from Dollar Tree. I really thought that it needed another pumpkin. I was just kind of going through and I'm measuring it there to kind of make sure that it was a little bit smaller than the other one. I wanted them different sizes. But this one I decided I was going to paint. It needed a little more orange. So I went in with pumpkin from Waverly. I go in with some antique wax, and I just roughly just play around with the colors. I mean, pumpkins are very, I mean, you can't really mess them up. They're, you know, none of them are the same, none of them look alike, so just do what makes you happy, I guess. And I just glued that one down right beside it, and then I glued down this little pumpkin right in between those two. I decided that it needed a little something else, so I grabbed the raffia bow that was off of that other pumpkin that I pried off before, and then I had some of these little picks that were from Dollar Tree last year that had the little sunflowers, so I picked off the pick and stuck it down. DIY number 2. So these are 3 of the crates that come from Dollar Tree. I did try to use them in a previous project. That's why they look the way they do, and that's why they're stained. It basically didn't turn out the way I wanted, and it was way before I started recording, so I just pulled them apart and stuck them in a box, and they've been sitting in my craft stash for quite a while. Well, I grabbed out of 3 of them today, or this day that I did this, and had to touch up some of the stain because the glue and everything that I used was really peeled up some of the wood, and as you can see there, I mean, I did peel off most of the glue and get most of the glue off, but it was peeling up some of the paint and stuff, so I'm just going over top of it. And I grabbed a couple of the velvet pumpkins from Dollar Tree. If you haven't noticed yet, guys, we're kind of trying to do a center thing for your table. Actually, I got mine up on my TV stand. I think it looks really pretty up there, so the candle I got from Hobby Lobby, I actually did that in my recent haul, so if you missed that, you can definitely check that out. But these smell amazing, you guys. But yeah, it's one of the flameless flickering candles. It's called Maple Creek, and it smells so good. So I added some floral foam. I did not glue this down, you guys, because I want to be able to remove whatever I needed to and use this for other seasons if I wanted to and all that. Granted, I can make another one, but I don't know. I just didn't feel it necessary when I can use it and take stuff out if I need to, so. But right now I'm just, taking what I want from the picks and just dispersing them where I felt necessary. I do want those 2 pumpkins on there, so I do try to save room for those. I moved them for the time being so I can actually see what the heck I'm doing, but I'm just basically going around and filling in where I feel like it needs it. I decided that it need a couple more pumpkins, so I grabbed 2 of the burlap pumpkins. I had these in my stash actually from last year, but I just added a stem to the bottom of them and stuck them into the Florifoam as well. I got one of the orange ones and one of the regular colored ones. And there you go, guys. I'll hopefully show it better to you in the final reveal, but DIY number 3. So here, you guys, we are going to make a cute little fall gnome. So I grabbed some of these socks from Dollar Tree, and I grabbed my vase out and I just put the sock over the vase. It makes it the most easiest way to fill up your gnome. I grabbed some rice that also came from the Dollar Tree, and then I find the heel and cut right below the heel. And then I put some polyfill in there, trying to get it to get as full as I wanted, and then just rubber band the top. Next, we're gonna work on the hat. So I got some of this fall fabric from Walmart last year. I actually do the hat kind of funky. There's better ways to do it, but I don't know. I was trying to figure out how I was going to do it, and I don't really like how the hat turned out. I mean, it's not bad, and I'm okay with it, but I wanted something a little bit different. I usually use socks for my gnomes' hats, kind of make it more of a stocking hat. But I kind of really wanted him to have like a fall plaid color for his hat, so that's why I went this direction. And I'm sorry it's out of frame. I am left-handed, so it's easier for me to cut. That's the reason why I got out of frame, but you can see how it's kind of funky. I mean, it turns out okay, but I also probably should have made it a little bit wider. It was a little tight to get over his head. I flipped it to where the print is in the inside, and I just go around the edges to hot glue. I didn't want, of course, I didn't want the the edges to show. That's the reason why I did this. I mean, and then I flipped it inside out, and I grabbed a pencil and I kind of had to pry up the little top there. But it is a little bit of a tight fit, but it does work. And here I'm just gluing on the inside around basically hemming it. I didn't want the ends to fray and stuff, so that's the reason why I did that. I should have actually did that before I glued it shut, but it works. I'm just checking and make sure that its hat still fits. I've ordered this stuff off of Amazon. You can just order the fabric or the beard material and do it that way. These are previous cut, so they come this way. I gave him a little white beard, and I just glued that down. I tucked my hat back on him. And then I push up the rim of the hat and kind of direct the fur out of the way, and then I just glue the little nose right down to the beard, and then I put a little dab of glue on his nose and glue the rim of the hat down. I grabbed some more of this fabric. This is actually going to be the first time I'm going to try hands, but I wanted him to actually be holding something, so I gave him some arms here. So I just cut a piece of fabric down, and I just rolled it up. I just grabbed a couple more of those little beads, and I just glue it right down to the end of the fabric. Those are going to be his little hands. And I do the same thing to the other one. This is also one of the reasons why I did not glue the hat down all the way. I wanted to make sure I have enough room to put the hands in and stuff before I glue the hat down. So. And there you have it. There's his little arms. And then I grabbed one of these little pumpkins. This actually came from just a pick from Dollar Tree. And I gave it a little stem because it didn't have one. And I moved the little fur in his beard again, and I'm just gonna glue the pumpkin right down in the middle there. And I glue his little hands to the pumpkin. Super cute. And I decided I was going to glue the tip of the hat down to him. Now these little pumpkins, I also got other ones. I got smaller ones too, but I could not find them for some reason. But these I got from 24 Hour Crafts, you guys. They're very inexpensive. I've actually heard from them off of Jujubee's channel. She uses them a lot in her DIYs, and I went and checked them out, and I absolutely love these. You can choose a lot of the sizes and stuff, and they're cheap. They're very inexpensive. So, but anyway, just to finish them off, I added a little pearl to the end of it, and DIY number 4. This one, guys, I forgot to push record on my camera, but I just got a towel from Dollar Tree, and I just flipped it inside out and went over the edges with it and just glued it down. And now I'm gonna flip it back out. And we're gonna make a little pillow. So I grabbed some polyfill and I just started filling it. This is just kind of a bonus DIY, guys. I don't know. It's very simple. I've seen so many people do these. Once I got it stuffed, I just kind of bent over that edge and glued down the other edge to it to kind of give it like the seam that the rest of the pumpkin, or the rest of the pillow have. But other than that, there you go, guys. DIY number 5. So here I grabbed some more of this fabric. I'm just cutting a big strip of it, and I am just going through and just ripping strips from this. That's all I want is strips. The beads that you see, the black and white buffalo check ones, I got them in a pack from Amazon. And then the other beads I got from Amazon in is a big pack of them with variety of sizes. I know Dollar Tree has been selling some wooden beads too, so you're more welcome to get them from there as well. These are the little pumpkins that come in the 8-pack for like the garland. I painted 4 of them orange and 3 of them white, and go over them with some more antique wax to make them look like pumpkins. I do that for all of them, including the white ones. Then after that, I take my crocodile tool. I know that these have holes on the stem, but I wanted this to be a little more sturdy, so I punched 2 holes in the top of the pumpkin. You can kind of see them on there. I grab a piece of twine, I tie a knot with a little loop, and then I cut a long piece of twine, and I just start... I put tape on the end of my string first, but then I just start stringing beads. I go black and white, regular, black and white, and then I put a strip of the fabric, and then I do another black, regular, black and white, regular, and then I string on a pumpkin. And then I put another strip, and then I do my beads again. I do another strip of fabric, and then I put on a white pumpkin. And then I do string my beads on, but I do another strip, of fabric, and then my beads, another strip of fabric, and then another orange pumpkin. And that's my pattern that I'm going with until I get to the end, which I do 2 sets of the beads like I did on the beginning of this one. And then I tie another loop at the end of this one, guys, and that is it. And here's the final reveal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video today, guys. Please give me a like down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps my channel grow, and I thank you all for your kind words, and I can't wait to see you in the next video. God bless, guys.